Alright, guys, we are live. Good morning, everyone. It is November 30th. It is a Monday, one of the last trading days here in November. Yeah, first day back from a kind of jumbled up weekend with that Thanksgiving thrown in there. First time trading through one of those. Um, but yeah, we're back. We're back to trading normally. Got a normal trade week coming up, I think 5 straight days. I'd have to double check. But yeah, excited to get to trading this week. Let's have a look at some of the indicators and stuff, what SPY's doing currently, and what we might be able to look at them doing here in the next few days. So here we kind of have a mess. I'm gonna remove these drawings. So I'm gonna go to these. Sorry, not duplicate. We just want to. I'm just gonna delete all these here, because these are just kind of making a mess. This is some stuff we did on the last stream, just showing what you could have done. I didn't enter any of these. I thought about entering one, but decided not to because it wasn't the perfect setup for me. This green line, not sure about the green line. I'm just going to remove these for now. This red one is part of what looks like a cross pattern that we had. Remove this one. That's my short level right there, where I'm really excited to see that price level fail. I thought we could have had that level fail pretty soon, and then we had the bounce up. So, but that is a very key level to me. When that gets broken, we could shoot down quite a few dollars. So we'll see what happens. Looking at the indicators right now on the 1 day, our MACD is as high as it's been since we were in this bubble up here. So that's definitely not very good. I do think that in the next couple of weeks, I was talking about it here when the MACD lines were close to crossing, that I think we are going to see a big reversal once we get this level broken here. But we didn't quite get that done here, and now the MACD lines have stayed the same distance away from each other for the last week, which has been super annoying because I'm just waiting for them to turn around. I had some spreads that I was squeezed out of, but I may be able to enter those at better points now. We'll have to see. But I do think this blue line up here on top has been a solid resistance. That level has made it up to, let's see if we can see it on a more accurate timeline. It's about 366 20-ish. It's really close. About 366 even maybe is about where I don't think we can get. We got to about 365.52 before, so we could get about to 366 if we went back up. But I don't know if we're gonna do that. It looks like we're gonna have a reversal eventually, if you follow the long-term indicator. But here on the 1 hour, you've got the lines crossing underneath the 0 line, and I honestly don't know when we'll see this reversal. I mean, it kind of was hoping for it to happen last week. Black Friday sales got more than cut in half. That's crazy. We're going to worry about this later. Okay, so I traded pretty lightly on Black Friday. While the markets were open, I didn't really do that much. I entered a couple of Condors, but nothing huge, so they were a lot smaller trades. Let's see here. So SPY's run up about 40 cents here in the last 30 or so minutes. So one level I'm watching for them is the 363.20 level. As if they break through that, that could be a good long here just for the next few minutes. They got close to that level and then kind of have cooled off here. The indicators again are not going to be as they aren't as solid here in the pre-market because you don't have as high a volume to move the price. If you ever see volume get, if you ever want to see the price get moved a ton, normally you're going to see a lot of volume into it as well. If you see a ton of movement and no volume, that means there's like not that many people trading, but they all happen to think the same thing. That's a lot less likely to happen. It just takes a few people to come in and say, you know what, I don't think that. Then you roll over. So I'm trying to turn my phone on here. It died on me. Still charging. Okay. Okay, we can close that. Did I close out my live stream? Oh no. YouTube Studio. Oh, is it still going? That's not good. I think I might have closed out the tab on accident. Is it still going? Okay, it still is. Good. Yeah, I bumped something, so good thing that's still running. I wasn't even my own concurrent viewer. Alrighty, got that taken care of. So in the pre-market here, we're just going to go back and mark some pre-market highs, pre-market lows. Here was a low. $360.75 to the short side. That was right at open. We got that level. We got $361.45. To the upside, we have $363.25. Zoom in here and get 25 exactly. We'll make that one green here in a sec. And then the close, 363.67 was where we closed yesterday. Here's where we wicked up for a second. Let's just do here, 90, 363.90. So there are some points I'm looking at right off the bat that could be some good long and short points if you were day trading. It's more of a day trade thing because these movements can be done within the day. We're going to edit these properties, make those green. There we go. So that could be a long, this could be a short, and then you have a bigger short and a bigger long to the upside and to the downside. You could actually move this one up to maybe yesterday's high, 364.11, 364.10, I think. What could be one if we went back and saw where would they fight up here? 364.20 actually. I don't know where they would go after that because then they just had to spike up. I don't think 364.20 is a level they'll reach, but they very well could. So I'm going to put that there just in case. We'll put that one as another long level as well. So there we have that. We got about 20 minutes to open. We'll watch that pretty closely here. And yeah, looking at I'm not really looking at any other stocks right now. I had a couple swing trades I did that were nice, but I really just want to keep doing SPY and SPY only until I get over that 25 mark. So this 20 level 25 is what I'm watching. They're currently at 10, so they're 15 cents away from that. My chair is so loud. Yeah, so they broke above this level here a few days ago, which was the top of a wedge pattern I thought they would stay below. Let's do that. Cancel that out. That's my own voice. So all I'm doing is watching these levels today because these indicators are contradicting each other right now. The 1 hour showing a cross up, the 5 minute showing what could be a cross down, 1 minute wants a cross down. See, they all want a cross down except for the 1 hour, which is comparing this oscillation here. Still running up here above the 9 period SMA. See if we will tend to go down. There's a big gray candle there, about $5. The 5 cents. The MACD is getting close to crossing here. One other level you could look at in the middle that could be a support or a resistance is this level here, the 362.50 level. Make it blue because I don't know what it'll be, if it'll be up or down. Actually, maybe 45 might be better. 40? Yeah, there's 40. No answer. Well, that was a wick up. What is that? Okay. I think that wick up was just a bid ask thing. There's a lot of volume on it though, but I don't see any big news on it. I think it's just potentially someone with a bigger order. See, there's even more volume now dropping. Not sure if there's numbers coming out today or what. I need to get that down a bit more, but we'll see. It's moving around quite a bit here. 15 minutes from open. Let me run through this real quick. Checking some news here on the iPad, see if we can find anything. We got this Ameritrade stuff up here, which is just, not that much. Black Friday mortar sales fell 52% year over year. Online sales rose 21.6. You would have wanted to raise about 25 to imply that the same amount of people were shopping, but it doesn't look like that's the case. So we'll see if that turns around. We got the MACD turning over, candle opening below the 9-period SMA. This would be a bearish downtrend. The RSI is lowering. It was super high. And then the 5-minute, it looks like it's trying to start mirroring the same. We'll see how long it takes for that to follow suit. There we go. They kind of are trying to flatten here at 362.95. I'm wondering if they're trying to mute this turn to the downside or still trying to trend up overall. So I had mostly condors in place over the weekend, but I did place a credit spread or two right at the, let's see, here on the 5-minute yesterday when we got the cross here at about, it was a pretty big drop, but I did right there, I think at 360, 367 ish is where I did mine, and then they kind of dropped, but then they kind of went back up, so it kind of the price of the thing moved around a bit. But I ended up at break even because of this spike up at close, the increase in implied volatility. But I still like this turnaround to potentially be. If you could have closed out of it right there, that would have been nice. Probably would have been pretty good decay on it. But it's only like $10, so, and it's by next Friday, I think. We got about 10 minutes. I am going to go full length today, full length stream. I hadn't done that very many times as of late because I've had like a lot of plans come up and stuff. But today we're going to do all 3 hours. close that out. Let's see. Yeah, they're just kind of flattening here. They almost want to go back up. That's pretty crazy that they didn't even sit down there that long. Still 5 minute and the 1 day, like a downward move, but I don't know if it's going to happen very soon with the 1 hour turning back up. And I mean, the 1 minute here doesn't really mean much because we're 8 minutes away from open. People are probably waiting until then to do all their orders. What do I have in my cart? Let's see. We're gonna take that out, take this out. There's your drop. Higher volume again. Do that. Let's sort. That's not what I wanted there. Yeah, so there's your drop. That's kind of what I was looking for there. Let's see. Okay. Alrighty, so that's it for that. Yeah, liking this drop here. We'll see how they open, but I had watched this for a key level, not as a long or a short. I think this would be a resistance, support, and then potentially a short if they break through it pretty convincingly, as would this level and this level here, which you can kind of see a little bit better if I zoom in here and go over. Here would be a short. This is the line here. This blue line is right there. Got this potential long they wicked above, but I'm not going to count that wick. And then we have these two levels. This is a close from yesterday, which is going to show whether or not we're going to finish up on the day. You have to finish above that line to be green, or it's going to be red Monday. And then this is the high for Friday, where you could potentially see another point of resistance to the upside. We're very close to the top of this channel. We could very well go up there again. We've always had some really nice just tapping that level. Either if it's the bottom level or like this really wasn't a level, but this one again, this here we tapped, but now we're stuck up here. We're still staying up, and I'm not sure what to think about that because I feel like with all the indicators and stuff in place, we would have a reversal here sometime soon. It's coming, I think, next week or so. Not going to rush anything, just going to wait for the deals to come to me. So we'll watch for that. But just today, yeah, those levels right there. And then if I see any good MACD indicators, if I see the MACD lines get back above the 0 line and they cross, I'll short them again, and I'll just keep doing it. And then you have similar stuff where I might do a bigger level trade when we get across here on this guy. That'll be a big correction, potentially down to the 40s. And over the course of a couple of weeks, maybe a month, you could get back down to the 330 level. I'm not trying to be some visionary. I'm just reading the indicators, how they're being presented to me. And last time we had a cross, we went from 320 up to 354. We crossed over here, came back down to the 321 level, crossed back up, came all the way up to the 364 level. We're currently still up there, 362 and change, but the lines are higher than they've been since over here when we were rising. Just this was not, I mean, this whole month we were up almost every day. It was crazy, and then you had your huge correction. So I feel like we have another correction coming because of the indicators, but there could be news that kind of lines up with it, but we'll see. Joe Biden's dog broke his foot. He's going to need to be in a boot for a few weeks. Oh boy. Now, while we might go back above this 9-period simple moving average, you can see something developing here on the 5-minute. Let me get my clock here. We're going to open in about 45 seconds. That we have a candle trying to open below the 9-period SMA. You've got higher volume. The RSI is a little bit above 50, not as high as I'd like it to be. But then we have the MACD lines crossing above the 0 line, which I also like. I don't count out the RSI because I've kind of been burned a lot for excluding the RSI when they've actually would have kept me from making dumb trades. But we have that. We could see a dip here at open, but at the stock market open, they ignore all indicators. From my experience, I've been trading for a few months now, and they normally don't like to pay attention to the indicators. There's a chance they will. Any clock is going to be right twice a day. So we'll see what happens here on open. There we go. Another candle opening below the 9-period simple moving average, and we'll see which way we want to go. So I'm going to check my Robinhood here and see how that did over the weekend. We had some very, very passive positions. We had a called credit spread up at the 372 level. That's up $2. And then I have a couple iron condors that I'm up $1 and $2 on. Most of that profit was from yesterday. When do I have these expiring? I have one expiring on the 4th of December, which I think is this Friday. So we'll watch for this implied volatility, wait about 30 minutes, and then see if we can get into a trade. But we're up about 400,000 shares of volume right now. Back into gray. That's going to be good for the call spread. I always like trying to farm weekend decay. So I made about, I probably sold that for about 10 or 11 on Friday. What did I sell that for? I think 10. It's worth 8 now, but it was worth 7 a second ago. It did take $100 of collateral, but basically you took a $10 risk. It's a $100 risk, but you're making, for every dollar that it goes down, that's a percentage point that you're making on the trade. So if you sell it for 100 and it goes down to 2, you've made 98%. That's the math. But That doesn't happen. You can't really sell a credit spread for $100 unless it's far enough in the money that people know, just like options that have expired way out of the money, that it's not going to get there. Like you have to go probably down to the 200 range in SPY to find stuff, maybe even the 310s or 320s to find stuff for this week that's like actually $100 wide spreads. If we went to these weeklies today, $100 wide spread, the delta is 1. That's where you're going to see there's about $1 apart. So about here is where you see it at the 353. That's pretty close. Basically, 100 delta stuff, 1 delta stuff is going to be just as far in the money as options that have expired worthless or out of the money, like the 371s. But I have 372s, and they're for Friday, which is December 4th. So you can see a 372 right here, 31, and then I bought the 373s, which are worth 23. So that's your thing right there, about 8 cents. So a bigger weekend move may have made the option change a bit more in price, either if it were to the upside or to the downside, but we've opened up down about 0.2%, 0.25. I think that's at the bottom there might have been 0.25. So I never like to trade in the first half hour. I like to watch which way the market wants to go. And then I do have some scanners here we can look through. These top two are hooked to stuff that I like to watch. Here's Apple, up a lot here on open. Until this friend of mine is telling me to buy Apple, I missed the dip, but I feel there's going to be something bigger coming when SPY corrects down. I'm just going to not tell him anything right now. But yeah, he likes to look to me and ask when he should buy Apple. While this might seem like a good dip, yes, it was, but I wasn't sure about your breakout. If this SPY breakout to the downside was going to be a big factor to a potential larger move down the road, where it would have dwarfed what discount you got in at. We are going back above the 180 MA now. You could split up your share buy-in and buy averaging in always yields. Okay. Here we go. So that accounts up. I don't think I entered a position the other day with this. Yeah, there's a big drop from SPY. Let's look at our account here. Or another mini over here. That one's up $2. I guess I did sell a spread on that. I did sell an iron Condor for the 11th of December, so that's 2 weeks out. And that's up $1, $2 today. And it's worth what? 20? Okay, so I'm basically going out 2 weeks but getting 20% credit. So you're nearing that level now to the downside where they break this blue level. I'm watching that as either to be a point of support, or if they blow through it, that could just be a sell signal. If you were day trading, that's going to be a short, definitely. Theoretically, what could you have gotten in on with some stuff? I don't know. I didn't have it up pulled fast enough. You're already going to have seen the option price change by now. You need to get in like right there, bam, and then it's going to go up a few bucks when you get down to there. So while the opportunity seems high, the reaction time and something as little as your internet speed is going to be huge. So watching that now, Apple's going up now with this, which is odd. So Apple's kind of hedging the spot, the S&P 500 right now. This line here, I don't think we're using for anything, are we? No, it's just delete. Wait, this is on Apple. Yeah, we'll just remove it. So that's odd. Anyways, we'll keep an eye on Apple. We'll keep them up in that corner. I think we'll watch for a big long-term move, maybe a spread to the downside. But SPY failed that level, came back up, tested that level, and failed off of it. That was the level we pointed out here as a key level here in the pre-market. If we zoom out, you can see right there, it was a point of support here, and then we fell through it now. So next level you have, I really don't see anything else. I mean, if you look really close, I'm kind of seeing what could be a little wedge pattern that we had here. It's not really relevant now, but if you kind of saw something here where maybe that could have been a wedge pattern, you fail that to the downside, but that doesn't really give you any key levels. And with the low volatility, I mean, that could have just been coincidence. I'm not sure. Any other key levels? Maybe here. 362.10 could be a level. I mean, I'll mark it and see what they do. 362.10. That's the one they're at right now, so they're going down. I'm just gonna, we'll just do this for now. There's a resistance. I keep mixing up support and resistance. There's your support. MACD lines getting so close to crossing now. This could be the time. Gonna wait about another 20 minutes. Okay, that account's doing fine. Gonna take a quick break here, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Again, I'm gonna wait till about would it be 9:30 or 10 for Eastern time before I place any trades. So, all right, just a minute here. I'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back. We got about 4 minutes until I can officially allow myself to start trading. It looks like we had a couple of key levels broken there. It looks like we went down and found this level I pointed out as support. We had resistance up here at the 180 MA on the 1 minute. It looks like it's also nearing the 5-minute one there too. Apple still shooting up to open. And then SPY kind of rebounding here, testing this level again, about the 362.65 level. I'm just counting it as the 180 MA, so it might be 65, a little bit higher there. But I said from the beginning that this blue level was going to be a key level to not be a breakthrough point. I think it was just going to be a key level where you get either support there or a breakthrough from that level right there. Yeah, they're just moving around now. They had a drop there. The 1 minute MACD is reversing. 5 minute MACD is cooling off. And then this is Apple, but we can put SPY up here again and look at the 1 hour. 1 hour MACD trying to cross back up, so we could be seeing another rebound here, not sure. Then the 1 day, it's getting closer and closer to crossing each day. Should have really crossed closer to this day, but because of that additional shot up, we had to wait a bit longer for it to get to our crucial 354 even level, which is a level I'm watching for a big break to the downside. I am going to put on something a little bit warmer. It's a bit cold in here. These will work. Okay. Much better. It's a bit cold in here, and it's cheaper to just put on more clothes rather than, let the turn the heater up. So, okay. No, that's not what I want. Turn that down here. Okay. So we'll keep watching this. I'm just not sure. Every time I plug my phone into the computer. Flirting with that 180 MA again. Could be going to the upside. Not sure yet. We'll have to keep watching it. But for entering a trade today, I'm going to have to wait for the 5 minute MACD to maybe get up here and cross to the downside before I do anything, before I'm comfortable entering anything else. Because really, I'm not doing much trading yet until I get enough funds here. I want to get over 25 as soon as possible, and until then, I'm just doing SPY credit spreads here. So we got 2 concurrent viewers, but I think it's myself and I. There was a hard bounce off the 180 MA there on the 1 minute. A little bit higher volume to sell off, so I think the sellers are starting to step in. Yeah, that's a big wick there. SPY has not been moving as crazily as they used to. Over this period here, they moved a lot more over the course of a few days. But now, when we're seeing these huge wicks, it's like only 20, 30 cents. Okay. Yeah, if you look at the 5 minutes, kind of a mess of wicks now, not wanting to go above the 180, the 9 period SMA. Alrighty, there we go. Finish that up later. Okay, so back below the 9 period SMA, the 1 minute MACD lines want to cross again down to the downside. Watching this as a key level as I had this marked out in the pre-market, but we also have a new level, a new low we put in, which is 361.90. And the reason why I'm marking out a lot of these is because while I've done a bit of option trading, day trading before, it hasn't worked out the best for me. So I want to wait until I have enough money where I can afford to scale it down to a really small size where if I lose, it's okay. But something like this, I want to make sure that I kind of get into the rhythm of, doing that sort of option trading on tiny moves. Like something little like this, these MACD line crossings, this level to the downside. You don't have the RSI with you this time, so it's watching and seeing what would happen if that happened this time. If you tried to short something here. You'd like to wait for the open of the first candle after the first full candle to close below the 9 period SMA. You could make an argument for this one with this wick, but if you count wicks, this was the first one you would have shorted right there. You could have taken a profit at this line here. Maybe held a bit more, seen what would have happened if it gets further down, but right now we are wicked back up to your entry point, so you'd probably be break even or down on whatever you were still in. And anybody can just point to a high point on the chart and point to a low point on the chart and say, ooh, buy here, sell here. I could have told you. No, there's a lot of other things that you need to know. The condition of the market, how many indicators are going in your favor, how many timelines is this actually applicable on right now? Do they contradict with each other? So it's the idea of understanding how all of those little things can work together, when to ignore some, when to ignore others. I don't generally advise ignoring any of them. You just want to get in when it's perfect. If it's not perfect, just wait until next time. Wait until the next trade. So this is almost a 3-bar play of sorts. Actually, this would have been your 3-bar play. You would have entered here, just about to close there. And you'd still be in it. We'll see if we can fail this level now. Potentially get down to the 361.90 level. And then I also mentioned in a tweet that I think we'll get down to 40 cents. So another 85 cents down. I think we could go test that bottom. If not break through it, just touch it. Maybe to the 50s potentially. So here's another bounce off that level. It's almost like a head and shoulders now. Here's a shoulder, here's a head, here's a shoulder. So you would long through there. Or do we have any indicators pointing towards that? The 5 minute might be winding up. The 1 hour kind of winding up. The 1 day is saying, no, we still need to go down. Man. Okay, going to grab water. Going to grab water. Give me a sec here. Watching a resistance level forming, a wedge pattern, this slanted level here. If we go from this top to this top and go down, that's a level I'll watch to the upside. Sorry, that's the wrong button. Press, command. Yeah, there we go. Extend to right, edit properties, we'll make it green. And we'll watch a break to the upside. I really like this. I love wedge patterns. Wedge patterns are one of my favorites to trade off. I mean, if you move it back further, you could even count that wick. I mean, if you wanted to. But this is where the sellers are trying to constrict their sell point. Everybody's like, oh, I'll sell lower, I'll sell lower. It's just a mental level. There's nothing analytical about it. It's just the more people think that it's worth this at this point, and that level's slowly going to go down. But if it goes down too fast, or they try to hold something, the buyers try to hold something down here for too long, when one of them fail, they all get out. So we saw this get failed. This was failed, and then people immediately swoop back in. So maybe they weren't treating this as the bottom, a key level yet. But we are breaking through it now, new lows since there. And the volume's picking up. And we'll watch for a potential break. A new day low would put us down about 0.5%, I think. Maybe not quite 0.5 yet, but it's going to encourage a move down to that level. And that would put our account, we're currently up on the account right now. Let's see. We're up 1.1% on the small account. We were kind of trading light on Friday, and just a couple options and a credit spread that is bearish. It's a call credit spread that we sold. Again, I don't think I bought a spread before. If I did, it was a really, really long time ago where I was YOLOing calls like one of those Robinhood traders. I have since then matured financially, and I understand that it's better to just take the other side of that trade. If you traded the exact opposite of what these people are doing, you would make more money, which is really unfortunate. It seems that's kind of maybe what these people do. I don't know if the market's rigged or not, but there are ways to work around it. It's like everybody's trying to get a piece of the pie, but like maybe there's a lion guarding the pie or something. So many people are just going to run over to the pie and get attacked by a lion. And the hard part is swooping in and grabbing your slice without being noticed. That's kind of what being a profitable trader in the stock market is like. People like you aren't supposed to exist. But with all of the diversions, all the distractions from all this other big moves, you can swoop in and get your share. There we go. They went and wicked down to that low. We could be starting a channel down. Something like that, but if we take this and we're going to duplicate drawing trend line 8, are there two of them? There are two. Okay. I'm just going to move it to there because I'm watching a channel to the downside. So that could be where our exit would be if they can reach all the way down there. Because when you have a downward trending channel, you have to be careful that they break back up to the upside. But if they don't, that's when your short level is going to you'll have a more defined take profit area, which is really important. Your take profit is more important than your entry, because anybody can make a buck or two in the stock market. It's knowing when those profits need to be taken out where a lot of people mess up, where if you make a ton of money on options and you stare the profit in the face and be like, well, I wanted more, or what if they keep going up? I could make more money. I'll lose thousands if I don't exit it now. Well, you'll lose thousands if you sit there not knowing what to do next. think the market's just going to keep helping you. Pending home sales 1.1 versus 1% estimate. The prior was 2.2. So down 50% basically. So look at how smooth this 9-period SMA is going down. You had it's like a really smooth M. I mean, look at that. Look at this line right here. That's flush. The opens and closes are like in the same spot. Like here it's a mess, but the way it's classified on here is showing, oh yeah, these are all just gray candles with wicks. You're going up, going down at the right pace. I'm watching for that breakthrough 361.90. That's not going to affect my holdings at all. I just think that's what's going to happen. Condors are up a little bit today, but my call spread that I sold on Friday for $10 is worth 6 now. It will be 0 by we'll put in an order to close it at 5. I mean, actually the bid's at 4. You fill me at 4, I'll take it. There's your break. So we'll see if we get filled at 4. That would be sweet. Basically make 6% on $100 over the weekend. That's a really good profit. That's not counting commissions, but I'm not doing commissions here on Robinhood. You don't have commissions there, but I've noticed with options they take about a penny of slippage per option. So it takes like 50 some spread trades to actually finish on an even number. So you put in $500, you sell a spread, you're immediately down 2 cents. Very interesting. So looking at how far we're dropping, I'm wondering if a play to the upside, a neutral to bullish play, would be in the cards here, where you have this new breakdown to the downside. The MACD is just going to get lower. If it crosses way down here below negative 0.25, is it going to be worth actually getting into a bullish position over the next couple of days, even though we have this line cross imminent? It might be worth a swing, like even if it's only for during the day, it could be worth it. I'll reconsider once I see the movement completed in its entirety. See where the market is at that drop, how the chart looks. So now we're continuing that bullish move down to the downside. I said bullish. Why do I keep saying it backwards? I need to think about what I'm saying. Bearish move to the downside. There's I think those opens are weird where you see the candle open like a good amount below the last close. So the price changed right there. See, because here's your close, there's your open for the next one. How did it get down there? So See, isn't that weird? You had something open here, close there, but then it somehow managed to open down here and close up here. So you opened above the close, but you also... I don't understand this crisscross thing. Anyway, that's a good amount of volume there, pushing it back up. But they had a ton of volume on this break, so a lot of people were watching this level as well, I think, for day lows. So that's a level I'll keep my eye on. That wick up didn't last very long, but there is higher volume on it. People trying to get back up to that level, but I think we've already chewed enough through it that it's just going to fail. There you go. Still going down. That MACD is going to get real low, real clean for us. So it's going to be not one of those messy turnarounds where, you know, you can't tell if it's crossing or not, or it's really close, or it's close to the zero line. This is going to be really far down. It's going to probably have a clean cross. We'll watch for one, but this big drops like this are going to give you a clean turnaround. Bad connection now. What's going on? That sucks. Okay. It's not updating my thing. The bid ask down on the Robinhood spread, the 372, 373 call spread for Friday is down to $6. I have my order in to close it if it gets down to 4. I'll try to fill it there. Other than that, just waiting for the 5-minute turnaround, and then we'll do something on SPY. We just have Condors in right now. We could have a look at our long-term account and see how that one is doing to start the week. We had a really weird volatility tick right before close. So it closed at a weird price, so it'll probably be up today, even if it does nothing. I have a directional spread on that one as well. It's very close to the money, so it's probably losing a lot of value here. So this would make us quite a bit there. We'll have to watch here. What's funny is I made a $60 purchase out of this account, and it's only down 15. So I've almost made that purchase back in a couple of days. Very interesting. That's nice. So our directional spread that we sold, our December 4th credit spread, it's a 366, 368 spread. So it's $4 away. But it is at the top of that channel, where if we go up there, I'll take a loss. But if not, excuse me, I will be taking, I think it's a 20% credit over a $2 wide spread. They're December 4th, they're for this Friday, and they have to stay, they can't go up $4 by Friday. And with all the indicators in place and stuff, I don't know if we're going to see that. I mean, looking at the 1 hour, 366 is up here. That's why the options are being priced low right now. And then your big drop right now going down potentially through this level, those things are going to be gone. Like, a lot of money made on those. So, but yes, later today I'm going in for a job interview. Hopefully I'll get a job and be able to add income to this, where I don't need YouTube or monetization or Patreon support to keep stuff going. But anything like that, I want to be extra. I need to be able to support myself first, and then just show you guys how I did it, because I think that would be a good example to set, rather than just saying, oh, you know, I don't want to be like one of those cold people like, oh, buy my course and you'll be a good trader. But in all seriousness. They're really only keeping their business afloat because of the money they're getting from the course, which really doesn't do anything. Courses never do anything. So YouTube's seen that long enough that they don't want to watch my stuff anymore. They don't show me those ads. Don't fall for those. Okay, highest bid for the spread is in at 4. So I'm tied with the highest bid. We'll see if we can go up any higher. The Condors are going back up in value, so the account's up 1.2% now. At one point it was up 1.4. Keep watching for that. I'm curious to see where we can close today, even with trading with less than half the account. Yeah, the mini had a really bad day when we had this move here. This move killed us. So I stopped myself out of a lot of those moves because I didn't want to lose any more. But in all reality, that's where I should have entered more. You're not supposed to average in, but if you chose a different expiration, a different strike, you can hedge against it. You're not averaging in. You're just placing a new position where that one has the same probability of winning now. And that's kind of where this spread here on the big account, the 366 368 one for December 4th that I sold, I think I got like $40 credit for it. See if that one's the current worth of the spread. The current worth of the spread is, it looks like, if that's 76 and that's 127. Because we're up 17 on it, I think. So it's about to, it's saying it's like at 50. Is that right? Interesting. This Condor we opened not long ago. That's for the 18th, and we have some for the 21st that are up. 375, 380 spread there that's up. 325, 330 spread that's up $4. 372, 377 spread, part of a Condor. That guy is up $25. And then our put side, 327, 332 is only up $3. Because we're going where you get 10 deltas. So a lot of stuff. I think we should enter another trade to get a bit more volatility here. To take advantage of a bit more stuff here. Let's have a look at some of the expirations here in a couple of weeks. Let's see. This would be December 24th. I'm guessing this is Christmas Eve. This would be a Friday. Yeah, you go to the 24th for the weeklies. The 28th. I'd have to check the calendar and see why the option expirations are so wacky. I'm guessing it's because you'd have, so Christmas Eve, okay, so Christmas Day is going to be a Friday and New Year's Day is going to be a Friday. So those are both going to be places where you'd probably have that Friday expiration of that option moved up to Thursday, which is why you have just one day apart here on the 31st and then another day apart here on the 24th, because Christmas Day is 25th, New Year's Day is January 1st, obviously, so that your 31st, those are your quarterlies. That might be a good one to do. Love doing quarterlies. Quarterlies are gonna, they are going to guarantee that you're going to get every little strike price that you want. So let's see if we wanted to do 10 delta right here. You'd sell this guy the 382. And then you would buy the 387, which gives you about $30 credit for that side. You would sell a vertical, and then you would move this call up to the 387. So $5 apart here. You're getting a 31-cent credit. That's actually not very good at all. I mean, you look, if you go to the, if you just go to, let's see, if that's 382, you sell the you buy the 383s, that's 9 cents, but you can pump that quantity up to 5, and then you're getting 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, but after commissions, yeah, it's going to be about the same, so maybe that's not worth it. This is something where I consider getting a bit closer because, I mean, like, why are people betting it goes to 380? That's about where you get 10% credit, though, that far out. That might be too far. You know, Option Alpha likes to do 35 or so days. That's December 31st, so maybe we should just enter these. I think what we can do is we can sell the calls right now and then sell the puts later when they drop, and we can kind of get a bit more money on each side because we're not going to stay up here forever. You wait for a drop, then you sell the put spread. You can get that spread either a few dollars wider or get the same spread you originally wanted for a little bit less. You could sell it for more. I think that would be nice. Anti-PO unlikely to happen before 2022 over new regulatory hurdles. That's fun. Okay. Perhaps we can put maybe a spread on the small account as well. But I'm only going to enter condors at this point. I would not do an actual directional trade, especially since it looks like we are dropping more on even more volume. There's our break through that low that I was looking for. And we are now free falling. We're up $6 on this. That spread is now worth 4, so hopefully we'll get filled here in a second. Sometimes if I replace the order and resubmit it, it's like one of the fresh orders, it's more likely to get filled. So let's try to replace it here. 1 for 4. Fill me, please. We'll leave that now and see if that gets filled. Condors are up a bit as well. So now up 1.6%. That's a big drop. Yeah, so the volatility is going to be a bit higher right now. This is where you want to get in on a condor. It's not like a huge volatility spot, but you know, it's a little better. So let's go. I'm liking the 382s. Maybe I could go down to the 380s, get 20 cents more, and then we're getting about 10 cents. That's about, I mean, because the delta's 12, but you're going to a place where the bid-ask spread is about $10 between these two. So if you got a good fill, you could get filled about $10 apart on these, or $20 apart on these. In order to get a $20 fill, you might need to go to 379. I mean, we're at 362. This isn't about where are they going to stay below. It's where is that percentage chance where it's a sweet spot, where we're also not exposed to any unnecessary risk. Up here at the 375s, you're exposed to unnecessary risk. The lowest I would go is 380. You do those. Then you would command click if it lets me. Command click, you would sell a vertical. We could do the 380, 385. And let's do 382. So we're only using $200, but we're getting $20 credit. And that will be a good amount, I think, where on that side you're getting a decent amount of premium. Not quite 1% a day, but it's a good amount. I might want to pair this up with the Condor though, and just do the put side now so I can get that full thing. This ally account, as soon as it refreshes, because the option quotes are delayed 15 minutes, as soon as that refreshes, we're gonna see some numbers go up on there. Because I have that one. The only directional spread I have is bearish. So That'll make some money going to the downside. I'm going to hold that one. See if they've kind of reversed here. Nope, they're still going down. Yeah, that's going to go... We can check the price of it right now. This thing's telling me it's worth... let's see, what's the difference here? It's saying 21. That's not right. Let's see what the difference is. 360, 368 calls for December 4th. 360... 366, I mean. 366. Sell vertical. 366. 368. Right here. It's worth 43. What did I get that filled at? Why is it worth 43? Okay, this is telling me the average price that I filled that one for, the average price I filled this one for. So that one's worth 70 now. And now it's worth 65. Okay, so this is going to move a lot. We're actually going to almost have doubled the profit just today alone on that drop. But the implied volatility is really high now. This is where I think I'm going to enter a spread. I'm going to do the quarterlies. If I can't fill it on this broker, but I like putting the order on here to visualize it. We sell an Iron Condor. Sell Iron Condor. I think I'll do about $2 wide, 380, 382. And then for the put side, we'll go to where either the delta's about 10, which would be here, or you're getting about a 10-cent credit, and looking at it's about the same. So we'll do 335 put. This is the one we're selling, so we're going to sell the 335 put. Oh, this scroll thing. I can't wait to go back to Windows. Just for this. I like Mac for music. And the 330 put. There. Expected price about 67. Oh, sorry. Not 330. We want to go to 332. That's not right. 333. So you want to do just $2 wide. Okay, 39 cents. That makes more sense. Let's do that. I'm going to go here on Ally. I'm going to go to options. I'm going to go to SPY. We're going to open 4 separate option orders. On this one, you have to enter each option order manually. So you have to add option, add option, add option. The reason I'm not showing that is because I don't want to show the balance of this one. I do talk about the balance of my small accounts, both of which are up today. This one's up 1.2%. And my other one right now, here, let me unlock it, is up. Let's see. Is it still up? Let's check it. It's just a single Condor in it. It's back down to 0 right now, but it was up 1.91% earlier. So we'll swing around there. I don't know if we'll close green or not. So buy that one open, buy this one, sell to open this one, and buy to open this one. This one's going to be a put. This one's going to be a put. This one's going to be November 30th. We're going to change it to December 31st. Change all of these to December 31st. And the reason I want to get it on here and find out what the price is here is because Ally, while they're not giving me the quotes, they are not going to give me the price that I should be paying. So we're going to be selling the 380 call, buying the 382 call, buying the 382 call right here. We're going to sell the 380 call. For the put side, we're going to sell the 335 put right here, and we're going to buy the 333 put. I put in 332 on accident. 333. It's telling us the ask is about 45. Mid's about 42. This one's a bit lower. We can try filling at 42. Maybe 41 would be the best. But let me make sure these are right. We're buying the December 31st 333 put, selling the December 31st 335 put, selling the 380 call, buying the 382 call. That's right. Okay. I'm going to preview this order. This is going to take $200 of collateral, And we'll be getting a little bit over 1% a day. So after commissions, we'll get about 1% a day. If it does in fact expire worthless on basically by the end of the year. So let's try 42 cents credit first, preview that and see if we can get it filled at 42. Hopefully the commissions will be enough to get me over that. But the mid right now is 40. Looks like it won't fill me. Some of these take a second. Let's go to order status. We'll just change the order. Again, this is going to be a credit, not a debit. Let's place that order now, see if that works. Still not filling. Okay. Change order to 40. Still not getting a fill. I'll wait here, I think. I think I could get a fill at 40. We'll check it later. I don't think it's going to go down that much today where we might not get it filled then. There's a big drop. That's actually going to hurt the Condors a bit now. That's a really good drop, actually. Going against all the indicators except for the 1 day. De Blasio reports citywide positivity rate of 4.69%. So you have almost a 1 in 20 chance of having it for everyone tested, I think is what it is saying. Did we get filled at 40? Come on, man. What's Ameritrade saying? 40's the mid? Yeah, get me filled at 40. Place order, come on. Let's get it. Fill me, please. Yeah. 39, not an inch more. I was hoping for 42. Putting it in at 39 if I don't get filled, yeah, that's their loss. Place order. Submitted, pending, replaced. Filling me at 39. Man, that's a big drop. Look at that volume, too. S&P 500 futures briefly touched below 3,600 level. Well, yeah, now they have again. Rebound off session low. Well, now they've blown through it. I'm not getting filled on this stupid thing. I really want to get it filled right now because the volatility is so high. What I'm going to do on my mini account is I'm going to try to get a SPY Condor here. We'll go to December 11th though, so 2 weeks out. We'll sell where we can get about 10 bucks credit. Sell 373 call, buy 374 call. I'm just going to do 10 cents credit on that to the upside. Okay. So let's see if that one goes down at all. So that'll help hedge against anything. I might want another put spread put in here somewhere. I'm going to do that at a turnaround. Try to get about 15 or so cents credit on that. Still not getting filled on our stupid ally order. I do not like this at all. You're going to make me go down to the bid? No, down to the ask. That's stupid. I'm not even... Okay. Well, we got filled. At 37. Oh, our big account is up enough now. Oh, this huge drop. This is going to absolutely murder that one credit spread that I had in. Man, that's going to be great. That's what I want. On the Ally account, I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 separate SPY options open, all of which hedge against each other to give me a slight profit. I love doing spreads. Okay, just a ton of EV stuff. Okay. For anything out of the ordinary, don't see anything. But yeah, if I get a job, man, if I get accepted for this job, I really want this job. And it's just a place where I can work like 2 to close, or something. I can actually do all my trading still. So our call spread has made enough to the upside now where if they drop any more, the rise in implied volatility can't hurt the Condors much. Or it will raise them, but I have another call credit spread that I just entered on the mini account where if that rises in implied volatility at all, I'm actually going to get be about break even, where it's hedging against the implied volatility rise on the put side. So I'm actually kind of buffering my overall profit with the spread where if they turn around and go back above 372, 373, I'm dead. Uh, but in the meantime, it's making sure that my account doesn't look that volatile. Okay, but man, yeah, this is a big drop. We're getting close to the 180 MA now on the 1 hour. This is the turnaround we were waiting for. Where there hasn't really been much news these last few weeks, but you're just seeing all this movement. This is going to be, I mean, when this put spread gets factored in on the big account, I mean, right now it's saying, what is it saying my spread's worth? Thinks it's 108 and 65. 108 and 65. But on here, 366, 368 is 83 and 50. Holy cow. That was a great trade. I am loving that right now. Look at this. They're shooting down. I wonder if they're going to find support on this green level, which was the top of their wedge pattern from their all-time highs when Biden officially got elected, and then there was the vaccine news that shot him up here. I drew a line from the top of that channel. They found resistance here. They found it again here, shot up through it, and now for the last few days they're falling down, and they just tested that level again. And that's a downward sloping line. So this is a really big drop. I think this is happening too fast. Biden tells former Fed Chair Janet Yellen to lead Treasury Department. Okay. I'm going to watch. While this is a great drop, the best thing you can do in this scenario is hedge against your profits. It's like a poor man's covered call where you're in a position that's up because of a big move. You actually get one to hedge against it, where they can both still win, but your other one is just a spread that's hedging against the current one that you have that's winning. So if that one goes to zero, you're still going to make money, but there's a chance that you can still secure full profit from both of them, which is absolutely amazing. Even though it's considered like a poor man's thing, like that's kind of the name, it takes less money. That's still one of my favorite strategies, but I do it with debit spreads. That's how you manually enter your sides of the Iron Condor. I can enter the call side up here. I entered a call side up there. It's down a couple dollars. Now I enter the put side, or I wait for the MACD lines to turn around and then I enter the put side. I'm really, really, really impressed with this move down. It's very big. very big. But it has shot our account value, our long-term account value, back up. I basically paid for um, the purchase that I made and then some, just with the movements that we made there. So I'm very happy with that. And that's the magic of investing. I I went and I bought something, and then I went back and looked at my savings, quote unquote savings. It's investing, and it had basically filled in the money you took out. When you're growing an investing account at a certain rate, it can literally generate enough income from you for you that you are watching this account grow so fast that you can take money out of it and buy stuff, and it will come back. That money will regrow. It will keep growing. It's literally money. While money doesn't grow on trees, I could probably make a good rebuttal for that. While money can't grow on trees, uh, uh, I don't know, start a farm or something. I don't know, but seriously, it's growing back. It's literally growing back because you're doing the work now. That's that's really great. It was basically I made 6% on a chunk that I had in there. Okay, look at this. This volume is crazy. 400,000. You have over a million shares traded, 1.5, almost 1.2 million shares traded for every 5 minute period. So you've traded about 4 million shares since this breakdown, and it's been 15 minutes. Now it's been exactly 15 minutes. Very exciting. Sometimes you just have to see that come to fruition in front of you, uh, where you just have to see it happen before you like believe it. Like sometimes someone will say, "Yeah, you can trade enough to make to generate consistent income." You're like, "Yeah, but as you're trading, as I'm trading, I'm like, well, how can I make more money than I have to take out to spend?" But then you see it start to happen where I made a purchase for something. It was unnecessary. It was just some random thing I wanted to get for myself. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can make that money back. And bam, it's back. I mean, I can't even believe this. You can kind of tell from the tone of my voice maybe how excited I am about this because I mean, this is something that I want to do for a living. It's very exciting to me to be able to do something like this. Just not even just the money making part. I mean, yes, that's a pro, but sitting here and actually watching the charts, that's something I love doing. So to see it actually start working is just amazing. Again, this is a fluke move, but over time, since I've started the stream, I've been seeing a lot of this is a bad day, this is a bad day. These were bad, implied volatility spikes. But then I found out how to trade off of increases, while selling some of those condors, buying the condors and then selling them back later for better prices. Whether it was maybe buying a calendar or something. Um, but yeah, there are so many different ways to trade, and when you finally find the way that you make money, your style of trading, to make it in this crazy market, it's crazy how it's just it clicks. It clicked for me. So there's your reversal. I'm gonna wait for the MACD line cross before I try to place anything neutral to bullish to cover my position. I think anybody that was just watching this just witnessed me get hooked to this market. I mean, it wasn't even that big of a thing. It was just a tiny thing. I made a purchase. The next trading day, I had made that back, and you're like, I didn't spend it on anything. You just made that. Yes, you'd make more if you would have kept it and invested it. But knowing that you can do that and pay for stuff you need, you're gonna need more than $60. Um, So the mini account is now up $9 uh, because the implied volatility is lowering a bit. We entered our Condor here, which is going to make, I don't know what our, I mean, we had a bad fill on the Condor, but you know. We'll see what was about 15 minutes ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So our put spread here showing is at 91 and 55. That's old because we were down to like 80 and 50. 85 and 50. So we're going to be up even more on that. But yeah, we sold that 366 call when it was worth $234. It's currently worth 127. But in order to not take up $36,000 in collateral, we had to buy back the 368 call, which cost us, I think, 180 something. So about a $40, $50 difference. And now that's down to 91. So the difference between those two is now only $30. $30. That's amazing. Okay. There's kind of a mess of lines. I'm going to delete some of these. This Q level, I mean, that was kind of resistance. Up here, that's the 9 periods. No, that's not. That's part of our wedge pattern. Remember when this wedge pattern was going down almost 45 degrees right here? I'm going to keep that one because that could be a point. Right here, we're going to remove that drawing, this drawing. The blue line, irrelevant. This line, I'm going to keep this one because this is where the big drop happened. And then we have what we're fighting with here. If you get the candles to open back up above the 9 period simple moving average, I mean, now you're running up. This is bipartisan Senate group revives coronavirus relief talks. So maybe they're working on that now. That's a reason to shoot the market back up. That was at 51. Is it 51? Oh, it hasn't even. Oh, that's right here. 51. 9:51 is when we saw that, or 10:51 Eastern. Is that right? Yeah. And they run up. They haven't really run up. They're still bouncing from this huge drop. I don't even know what the news was for that. If it was just U.S. indices trading lower, stocks still after forever surge. Market sentiment also dipped on U.S. China tensions and weaknesses in oil. Okay. That 5-minute chart is so pretty though. You gotta watch for a line cross here, and the next candle to open above could actually be where you could place a bullish trade to hedge against anything bearish you have, if you want to do basically a poor man's covered call sort of thing. I'm not getting good connection here. It's not refreshing my stuff. But yeah, I'm telling the account is going to it's gonna start growing a lot faster. I might start. I mean, as soon as, because I have some people I'm keeping the account balance a secret from right now, for the sake of I promised I was going to surprise them. They've been getting a bit impatient, but I'm waiting for a certain price level to tell them when it's at. But it's going to be well past 25. So I'll be day trading. Whenever I'm day trading, I'll be excited to, that'll be a lot more stuff to do here on the stream. Uh, but yeah, as soon as I tell them, I think I'll start just giving my balance to show you guys what I'm actually trading with. I don't think of it as like cheating or anything, or like bragging. I want to show you guys what you have to work with this type of stuff, where these big amounts, anybody can go do a single credit spread, take 10%, take your profits. But how many people have the guts to do the same thing with a trade that uses $10,000? So we'll see. They just went back above this new level here. But yeah, the Condors showing the implied volatility crush, and then you have the directional spreads. Uh, the thing about the directional spread is you don't have that bullish hope anymore that they would get up to a certain price. They lost a ton of volatility, but even on this bounce back, they'll make back some of it, because sometimes if the options are far enough out, you can't stand for the options to be affected that much by the price, because if they're affected too much, then they're not pricing in a potential time for them to rebound. So a lot of time left on some of these with the longer expirations. Uh, but some of these were short-term expirations. Even if they rebounded back to this price, they're going to be worth way less than when they were here at open or back on Friday. It's just the time decay on it too. And then I feel like there's another aspect to it, where the direction of the market can also affect it. You want to be careful about that too. But yeah, we're up about, like, up 4% on the long term. I'm not even doing that aggressive of stuff. What am I don't even know how I'm doing that. Oh well. I say oh well because I'm wondering if the risk profile is too high. Let's see. Total securities, equity percentage. Nothing in stocks. They're all in options. See, Ally gives me margin, but I haven't used it. I don't like using margin. See, Robinhood had a thing where you had to pay $5 a month for margin. Like, are you kidding me? Some of these places give you margin for free. You just need to prove you're a good trader and they'll raise it. I'm going to move this line here, this resistance level. While this pre-market was kind of a level, I am going to move it up because I'm seeing more of a support resistance level right there. There was a support and they broke through. Now they're treating it as resistance. Are we going to fail it or are we going to try to go back up through it? We'll see. I'm not sick, by the way. I got COVID back in, I think, August. September. My birthday's in September, and actually my birthday was the day I got my negative test. My first negative test since since testing positive. I went and got a few tests. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't that bad for me. I don't want to brag because I know, like, it hurt a lot of people, and for some people, it, like, turns into pneumonia and stuff, and that's where it can be bad, and it can kill you. But for me, I had a fever for, like, a couple of hours, and maybe a little bit of taste was gone for a bit, but that was it. So I can confirm from my experience that from what I've seen, people are saying, like, how it'll affect different age groups and metabolisms differently, I guess. But yeah, for that, it was definitely, I was definitely very fortunate to not be affected very heavily by it. I want to donate plasma or something. Are they still doing that? I need to see if they're still doing it. This was, I don't even know. They don't have a date for this. I wonder if they're still doing the same compensation for donating plasma and stuff. I don't know. My mama told me a bit about that. Like, I can get a good chunk of change going in and just giving plasma. That's not why I'm interested in it. I mean, it would be a nice bonus, but you know. So why is my total securities different than my market value? Because it's not showing there's unsettled funds. Where are the unsettled funds from? Why would there be unsettled funds? Are there funds that still aren't settled from my Haynes trade? I haven't done anything else that would have made it still be unsettled. Why is it still unsettled? That's such a big chunk that's unsettled, though. I'm not completely sure about that. I might have to call about that if I don't see that change in the next couple of days. Man, I need Ameritrade to approve me for options now so I can move the account onto here. Watch and SPY rebound. They're back above that level, which is nice for them. Alright, I'm gonna go take another break. I'll be, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. Just keep watching. This is kind of boring now. Actually, wait a minute. 9 period SMA, line cross. Oh, this is a directional spread play right here. Here we go to, I'll go to December 11th and sell puts. I can sell the 346 put, buy the 345 put, $10 credit, see if I get filled at 10. And then I can, there we go, we got filled at 10. And then we can look into flipping it because it's already worth 9. But a run up here, maybe to back up to 362, if this was a key level here, maybe they'll go back up to 362. That's where I could close out of this before we have our big drop. But it's hedging against some of our gains that we made for the drop down. But reason why I entered that now is because we have the MACD lines about to cross, super low RSI. But the one thing that sold it for me was the first candle to open cleanly above the 9 period SMA. And that was a very big drop. So, and then we hear the coronavirus relief talks that I think might serve as good incentive for a run up. We'll have to see. But the Ally account is being very glitchy right now and showing me a ton of different balances. Okay. It's our put spread. See the last price. Now the spread's 40 on it. Yeah, it was about 30 earlier. Yeah, this run up you'd expect that, so. Again, we need to stay under 366 though by Friday. And then we'll close out of that one. Alrighty, I'm gonna go take my break real quick. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Shoot, I just forgot I might have to go to my interview. It's earlier than I thought. Let me see here. I thought it was, let's see. Confirm or cancel. Let's see, what time does it say? Yeah, it is 11. Okay, shoot. I gotta go. Alright, I gotta end the stream here. But yeah, I will, I guess, yeah, catch you guys next time. I need to actually go right now. So, yeah, ending stream.